Hey everyone, it's 112 and welcome back to another live stream. Today we are going to be playing some more Mighty Gunvolt Burst. If you recall, last time we managed to complete the game as Gunvolt and achieve a couple of other things along the way. Today we're going to be playing as Beck, the other main character of Mighty Gunvolt Burst. Now, while Gunvolt comes from one of the more successful Mega Man-alikes that were ever created, which was Azure Striker Gunvolt, Beck's history is not as savory, I'll put it that way. I know a lot of people were very disappointed by Mighty Number 9, and as a result, opinions of Beck are a little mixed, to say the least. However, I do think Beck is a good character, and I was very pleased that he basically got a second chance within this game. So we're going to play as him. That is also one of the achievements. We have to beat the game as Beck. We're also going to be using the boss weaknesses this time around. Last time we did not do that. We just increased our custom points as much as we could. But yeah, this time we're going to be using the boss weaknesses. I'm going to try and beat the final level in under 10 minutes as well. We'll see if that happens. And yeah, let's just jump right into it. I'm very much looking forward to playing some more Mighty Gunvolt Burst. Okay. Boot the game real quick. Oh, why is it giving me the full... Okay. I was about to say, if it gave me full screen again, I would have been pretty annoyed. Give me 1 second, I gotta adjust my window a little bit. It kind of messed up with other stuff. That's good enough. It's not the best situation, but I wonder if I can, like, pop out the chat. Alright, well, there's not a great way to go about this. I guess I'll just try and... I apologize again for this, Okay, that works. Alright, so obviously we'll start the game. We start the game now. Go back for a minute. Game start. Again. Now we can play on hard mode as well, which we will do eventually, but for now we're gonna play. Actually, you know what? I almost wanna do the game on hard mode with Beck. Oh, hey Wolf Ninja, thank you so much for donating 12,000 volts to the Social Eating Stream Challenge. I really appreciate it. Hello, how you doing? Alright, actually, I'll let you decide. Do you want me to play on hard mode this time around, or do you want me to play on normal? We will have to do a hard mode playthrough eventually, but I'm curious if you want me to play on hard, or if you want me to save that for another playthrough. The only thing is, if we play on hard, I'm not doing the under 10 minutes. Okay, let's do hard mode. I'm very curious this is gonna go. So we're gonna play as Beck this time, who is probably one of my more favorite characters in the game, although really my favorite character is Ray, because of how completely busted she is. We'll get there eventually. But here we go, Beck. It is the year 20XX. Breakthroughs in robotic technology have ushered in a new era of society in the United States. One day, the Mighty Numbers, a powerful team of robots developed by Dr. White, suddenly began to lose control and cause chaos throughout the nation. The root of this phenomenon was unknown. The ninth Mighty Number, a robot named Beck, was somehow unaffected by this phenomenon. Equipped with the ability to break his brothers and sisters back to normal, Beck was successful in returning them to their true selves. Hoping to be better prepared for such situations in the future, Dr. White expedited the completion of an advanced weapon system that he had been researching for a while. Beck, I made a new VR training program based off of your experiences thus far. This time, your weapons will be able to sync with you and your power-up evolve, and with you and power-up evolve as you make progress. Alright, let's get started. Roger that, Professor. There's a fly in this room, and I don't know how to get rid of it. But here we go, we're playing on hard mode. So, let's do this. We're starting off at the city level. Everything should be hard mode, fair enough. I'm curious how long this is gonna take me. So as you can see, Beck is a little bit faster than Gunvolt, which will definitely come in handy. The controls are pretty much identical so far. You can still run, jump, and shoot. This tells you about the burst mechanic, which we talked about earlier, although at this point it doesn't really matter, considering that, you know, we're not trying to get burst combos anymore. On the first playthrough, we definitely needed to watch out. Oh, that guy shoots more bullets upon defeat. Oh, I like this. Now the enemies are a little bit more challenging. It's not Mega Man time, exactly. So yeah, unlike Gunvolt, who played pretty close to how we did in Azure Striker Gunvolt with his EX skills, or whatever they were called, Beck is a little more straight shooting Mega Man-esque. Now that being said, Gunvolt couldn't tag enemies like in his regular game, but his EX skills still work pretty close. I already am liking this a lot more because now now it's gonna be an actual challenge to beat this because, you know, honestly, the game is not very difficult on normal mode. Hard mode, though, I've actually never tried before, so this will be a unique experience. Alright, so we got our invincibility. Oh, jeez. I have a feeling the last level is going to be ridiculously difficult. Alright, so as you can see, unlike Gunvolt, who has, like, EX skills, Beck is a lot more straight shooting. Okay, let me know if I need to turn up or down the audio. I will gladly do so. Am I not taking any damage yet? Huh. Alright, well, I got to the boss door without taking a hit. That's kind of cool. Unless I did take damage and I forgot. Yep, I do not need to worry about bursts anymore, so I can blast the enemies from 40 miles away and it doesn't matter. Alright, the enemies definitely are a little bit tankier. Oh geez, that attack is definitely stronger. Oh, watch out. Okay, like little gusting and stuff. Ow! Okay, well I took a hit there. Feel bad. That will count as a burst. No, okay. Oh, I took damage early on? Okay, fair enough. I took, what, 2 hits? Pretty good. No deaths, that's the important part. Didn't fall into, like, a bottomless pit or whatever. That's odd. I beat the stage, but it looks like I can't move on. What the? Who's that? I've never seen this guy before. Maybe it's one of those GMs that help you out if you're stuck. My name is Gunvolt, the Azure Striker, also known as GV, but I guess in this case you can also call me GM. This world is under the control of my Azure Striker's septimal power. Come now, the real game is just getting started. Defeat the bosses and make your way to this world's final destination, not to be confused with the one from Smash Bros. Gunvolt, huh? Who in the world is this guy? Here we go. New record! I discovered a problem with the VR training program. This entire VR world is under the control of a GM named Gunvolt. After that, I looked for the word exit on the console I found, but couldn't find it anywhere. I have the power to help robots who've lost control, but that power is locked during training. That's a reference to Mighty Number 9, where he would decorrupt the Mighty Numbers, or robots, by, like, reaching into their program and literally, like, pulling out the corrupted program. It was a process called resurrection, or reselection. Now all I have is my trusty custom shot, the variable weapon system from Mega Man. This is a new weapon that the professors entrusted to me that can take many different forms. Alright, so as you can see, now we can get some rewards here. We're gonna use the let's see, oh, do I not have the? Oh right, so that's not a weakness. So now I'll take less damage, which will definitely be useful. Let me just check something real quick. I just want to check what the enemy weaknesses are because I always forget what they are. Like, real talk, I don't remember. I don't remember what the enemy weaknesses are because you never need them. Like, the game is easy enough as it is. Oh, actually, that Dark Gunvolt XP does actually have a name. It's not talked about that frequently, but their names are Dark Beck and Dark Gunvolt. It's a really, like, generic name, but they do have, like, official names. And I know this because there's Steam cards for them. Anyways, we're gonna go to the oil platform as before. You can customize your CP now. Alright, so let's see. As you can see, now we can change our bullet types. We have Fire, Crystal, Spark, Drill, Missile, Gyro, Blade, Trace, and Tracer. So first we're going to start with the Fire bullets. Definitely want to stick with... No, I want to stick with 3 bullets on the screen. Trajectory. We can curve them, I guess. Curve speed. Okay, we definitely can't do that. Sure, we'll have them curve fast. Speed, no. That's the average. Duration, we can't increase that further, so... No, I'm not done yet. Bullet dissipation, we only have dissipate. Bullet size, can't increase it yet, but we'll keep that in mind. Damage reduction, we can... When we get more CP, we can probably increase that. And... I want to finish this. Yeah, I'll equip that. Make it Gyro Attack from Mega Man 5? I probably could, with the customization. Alright, so as you can see, our loadout kind of changed, because now we have a different, we have a different, set of, what's it, I actually want to switch to the, we change our color whenever we switch our loadouts now. That's something you can change, which is very cool. Whoops. Oh, I wanted to grab that orange. Feels bad. Alright, I'll have to go without that. Hopefully it doesn't bite me in the butt too much. I remember... Oh, whoops. Oh, Jesus, I did not have enough time to, react to that. Oh, my lord. Okay, the enemies do a lot more damage now. Oh, well, that's helpful. Thanks. Ouch. Oh, geez. Yeah, they do a lot more damage. Remember, if you want to get hit by those magnetic things, you just shoot upwards. That's CP up. Ah, dang it. Not quite. I was hoping I'd be able to make that jump, but it looks like I kind of hit my head on the ceiling. No big deal. This game does have infinite lives, even on hard mode, so you can just keep trying the level until you succeed. Ellen! I'm gonna say, I remember there being something in here. Ow. Okay. Yeah, I will fully admit, I prefer playing as Beck over Gunvolt, which is why I didn't choose hard mode as Gunvolt, because we're playing as Beck. Uh-oh. Ooh, that was close. Yeah, I love how you can basically create your own special weapons. It's such a fantastic idea, and it definitely sets it apart from other Mega Man type games. Alright, let's do this. That. Oh, please don't hurt me. Ooh, that was close. Ah, dang it. Oh, jeez. There. Okay. Take this part a little bit carefully. You should be able to make those jumps. Nice. Gotta be a little bit careful with that jump. Definitely something here. That. Thanks. This guy's gonna, take a ton of damage, isn't he? Inti creates versions of shield attackers? Yeah, it's not a Mega Man game without shield attackers. Just like it's not a Mega Man game without Sniper Joes or Metars. Or Up and Downs, for that matter. There's a lot of standard Mega Man enemies. Ah, crap. Oh, I was not expecting that. Ah, dang. I was really hoping to get that lollipop. Alright, well, thankfully the checkpoint's right down here. So. Actually, oh, okay, there's the... Where's the false floor? There it is. Definitely don't want to go over there. Yikes. Hey, Hito, how you doing? I don't know why you're saying welcome back, though. I never left. Guess Legends is the worst series because it doesn't have Mets. I mean, true, but they have Metar-type enemies. Alright, well, here's Pyrogen, fighting number 1. From what I can tell, the bosses aren't changed too much. I think they just take more hits. Okay, never mind. I forgot about that. So I guess they have some extra attacks, but it's not, like, too good. I think it's mostly just they take more hits now. That being said, I am running a little bit low on health, so I might need to be a little bit careful. Alright, well now I have to use a food item, exactly. Okay, now I just shoot this. A mighty comeback? Oh, fair enough. I wasn't referring to, like, my streaming schedule. That was more a reference to Beck's comeback from Mighty number 9. Because we're playing as Beck. But you're right. I can see how that would be misleading. I might change the title for the stream in a minute. We'll see. Oh, you absolute jerk! I was literally just about to kill you, and you do your desperation attack. That is annoying. Okay, well, you're dead. Goodbye. Mighty number 9 playthrough when? I do have the game on Steam, and I do eventually plan to Let's Play that. But I wanted to do this game first because, well, this game is better, so... This game is better, so... Alright. Anyways, we get equipped with our first special weapon element, I guess, which is the heat option. So, obviously, now we can equip special weapon elements, and we're going to do so right now. Where? Oh, we can change our bullet speed to diffusion now, although we're not going to do that because it costs a little too much CP. Oh, okay, I need to... Oh, we can have a charge shot! That's interesting. Alright, so let me change this up a little bit. I'm going to change the... let's see. I want the bullets to... Yeah, no curving. I just want to go, like, straight now. Charge shot, can I turn that on? Okay, average. Go with... that. So, no, I want the charge shot to be on. Okay, I need to... Okay, let's do that. Do not link a charge shot to a slot that is currently being edited. Oh, okay. I'll have to do that later. Alright, damage reduction I don't want. Okay, so we have the heat now. So let's try messing around with some other stuff. Can I change the bullet size? No. Can I change the, speed at all? No. Fusion? Definitely not. Damage reduction? No. Okay, well, that's okay. Well, we'll stick with this for now. And then, the next boss weakness, the boss that's weak to heat, is the, Waterworks Bureau. So I'm gonna go over to Cryosphere. And let's go. So now we have the heat option. Oh. What I might do is I might equip another shot type to one of the other, I might equip a charge shot to, like, slot 9 or whatever, because I want the first 8 slots to be for the special weapons for obvious reasons. I kind of want the tornado over there, yeah, so that way I can grab it. Oh, jeez, okay. But yes, to answer your question, Ninja, I do plan on doing a Mighty Number 9 playthrough. I just want to wait until I beat some of the other Mega Man type games first. Sniper Joe. Ah, crap. Didn't expect that guy to show up. Oh, gee, dang. Alright, these guys are really coming out of nowhere. Okay, nice. Now, this is where it starts to get a little more difficult, because now these enemies are going to start spawning in greater numbers. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Ah, dang. Alright, fair enough. Ah, dang it. There we go. Dang, okay, that's an important plan. I did not mean to do a full jump there. That was my fault. But yeah, how you doing, Hito? Sorry, I was so busy focusing on the dang game that I meant to ask you that earlier. But yeah, how you doing? That's better. I don't want that. That being said, I'm not gonna be greedy. Oh no! Oh, ooh, that was close. Oh, I forgot to plug in my... Okay. I'm gonna plug in my computer because I forgot to do that. If it disconnects the stream, tell me. Because I forgot to plug in my computer earlier. That's my bad. Is the stream still going? Looks like it is to me, but if it's not, just let me know. Gotta time our jumps or our rides on these water spouts. Nice. Can't quite shoot through walls yet. Haven't gotten that upgrade. Yeah, let me know if the stream disconnects, by the way, because I've been having some internet problems recently where the internet would just randomly disconnect, and I obviously don't want that to happen. Whoops. Oh, hey! Secret area. Nice! Got a secret upgrade. These enemies are going to be a little more aggressive, so I have to be careful. There, don't want to destroy those blocks, obviously. The ice cream. Accidental secret area discovery? Yeah, exactly. I kind of forgot about that one. Uh-oh, it's time for the Yellow Devil attack. There may not be a Yellow Devil in this game, but there is a Yellow Devil type enemy. That's right, the Yellow Devil is a generic enemy in this game. How do you like that, eh? Sneaky suspicions might cause a problem. fun, I know, right? Alright, well, there's the boss. Alright, like I said, weakness is fire, so... Or heat, I guess. Probably am not gonna succeed on this one, because I don't have that much health, and I'm not gonna, like, you know, try and use my food items, but... Yeah, let's go. Yeah, if you see that, like, green spark on the enemy, then you know you've got the weakness. It'll be a little bit difficult to hit Cryosphere like this. Whoops. Oh, whoops. Cryosphere definitely... Timing's a little too close to... Ah, crap. Ah, okay, fair enough, fair enough. Try that again. Cool. What I'll probably do is I'll probably do the, like, under 10-minute run on Gunvolt file, because I got pretty damn close on that. If I died, like, one less time, I would have gotten it. I'm not gonna attempt a 10-minute run on hard mode. That's a death sentence right there. Whoops. And definitely, Cryosphere's attacks are faster. Whoops. Ah, come on. A lot of health. Dang, okay. A little bit too close to me for my leg. Okay. Now it's gonna be this attack. Good. I should be able to beat this without using a health food item, but I will if I need to. That was a little too close. Come on. Got him! Nice! And I think that was a burst, too. Nice! That was a great kill. Excellent. Excellent. Alright. Awesome. Stage clear. Right. Yo, Waterworks Bureau is complete. We're gonna grab the freeze option. And now we are going to take on our next boss. So the boss that is weak to freeze would be Battalion in the military base. So I'm gonna quickly customize my loadout a little bit. I'm gonna have this one be fire, pistol, spark, drill, missile, gyro, blade, tracer. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so I'm guessing this will be closest to... I guess I can have a freeze missile, that works. Alright, so on-screen bullets 3, I definitely want the... Oh, I can have the bullets explode now, that's kind of cool. Now I can... That's a really cool idea. For now, I'm gonna stick with, you know, regular special weapons, but... Freeze... Can't use the charge shot. Can I use damage reduction? Can I... Okay, we'll stick with this, that's fine. Can I change the bullet size? No. Alright, we'll stick with this, that's fine. I do want to change that, change the icon for this. I want this to be, with ice. Okay. I'm gonna change my loadout a little bit, and let's go. As you can see, now our bullets are missiles. That have the freeze option. Gotta watch out for those guys. Oh, Jesus. I feel like those do more damage if I get hit by them. melon up there. Okay, now the conveyor belts are gonna come back. Okay, now we got the devil robot again. Nice! That was an excellent combo. I think these conveyor belts are actually a little bit faster. I gotta be a little more careful. Okay, yeah. They're also spaced further apart, I think, because that jump was definitely easier in the normal mode. Yeah, that jump is definitely further apart than it was normally. All right, I'm gonna have to adjust my platforming a little bit. Okay, there we go. Oh, get out there. Ooh, I definitely do not want to get carried off the edge by that. That was real bad. Jump spam a little bit. Ooh, I love how much faster those conveyor belts are. That's a great change. Makes the level more exhilarating. I think those, I don't think the saw blade is faster. Okay, I'm gonna take the damage there. Hurry up. Can't really hurry this up though, so can I grab that? Okay, if I just walk, I'll grab that. And, oh! Almost get hit by that guy. Oh, jeez. That was a little bit close. Oh, this part has saw blades now. Interesting. Oh, uh-oh. Thanks. Devil robot. Uh-oh. I might take a death here. Okay, ooh, that was close. Alright, well, I'm definitely gonna die to the boss. That's for sure. I am at no health. I'm gonna take an intentional... I mean, I don't have weapon use, so I guess I'll try, but... I'm definitely gonna... Yeah, I was about to say, it's one-hit death at that point. Try again. See a little bit. Go. Now watch out, because these patterns are gonna be a little bit different, and they're gonna be stronger. To be fair, Battalion's pretty easy regardless, so it doesn't matter too much. Just kind of spam my weapon until he dies. Alright, this attack, I'm guessing, is going to be a little bit more challenging. Yup, that is true. A mighty comeback can be taken in multiple different ways. The way I was intending people to look at it was, like, you know, Beck from Mighty Number 9, so... I was thinking, like, you know, along the lines of, oh, Beck is in a game that people don't hate now. Ah, dang it. I'm gonna use a food item just for safety. Ah, dang it. Okay, well, you're dead. Ooh, nice. Yeah, that's true. Mighty Number 9 would be better if its physics weren't wonky. Also, if the, you know, game didn't have too many problems. Alright. Thank you, I appreciate it. Alright, now I want the next special weapon, which is Impact. I don't know why my Steam says I'm offline. That's a little strange. Probably just the internet being annoying. Alright, well, my internet's being annoying, I guess. Sure. Thank you for contributing 628 volts to the stream challenge. I appreciate it. Alright. Next level is... Alright, gotta remember what it was. Battalion. What weapon did I just get? Hold on, let me... Not trajectory, I want. I got Impact. So Impact is strong against... Okay, we're going to the Mine next for Seismic. I'm gonna change my... Oh, yeah, we can change the trajectory to homing now, which is very cool. Yeah, it can home at 90 degrees, which is, as you can tell, very powerful. I do want the bullet type to be different. Let's go with, Impact. I guess I can go with Drill, that works. Okay, I'm gonna change the bullet size to medium elements. Can I change it to... No, I definitely can't. Okay. That works. Alright, let's do this. We're gonna go up to the mine. This was always one of my favorite levels in the game. In both Mighty No. 9 and Mighty Gunvolt 3. This level's awesome. Reminds me, I mean, to be fair, it's all that part of that is because my favorite like Maverick level in any Mega Man X game is Armored Armadillo's mine. So obviously, I have a soft spot for like mining levels. Same with train levels. I love train and highway levels. So I have a soft spot for those. But like this level especially is awesome. You gotta deal with these bow spider type attacks. Yep. There. Oh geez. Oh hey. Thanks for the TP. I love those ring attacks. They remind me a lot of Bit attacks from Mega Man X3. Uh-oh. Alright, now we got the instant death projectiles, or instant death hazards, so we gotta be careful. Oh no, I wanted that! Oh, that sucks. Can I grab the pizza in time? Yes. Grab that as well. How's the stream quality going, by the way? Because I know my internet sometimes likes to cut out and be annoying. Oh, whoops. Okay, it's this one. Dang. Okay, we're good, we're good. Okay. Pixel stickers. Here, yes. Like I said, in the Switch version, there's actually a rumble feature where the HD rumble would vibrate whenever you're close to the breakable walls, which is such a great idea. I kind of wish they kept that in the other versions, but to my knowledge, they didn't. I gotta watch out here because I definitely do not want to run out of invincibility and die. I can go. I can forgo that candy. I was gonna say, I don't know if it's possible to take the invincibility into the boss. My guess is if you do, it'll wear off after the cutscene. Alright, Seismic, let's go. Okay, that attack is definitely harder to dodge. Oh, what? Ooh, that's interesting. I like that. And that attack is faster. Okay, I got using a food item. No! Ah, I was so close. Alright. Let's do that again. That's unfortunate. Okay. Can't break those drills, I guess. I don't know how to dodge that attack. Move. Oh, that attack kind of reminds me of Bamboo Pandemonium's punch from Mega Man X8. Nice. Okay, stage clear. Nice, not bad. I'm gonna take the next element, which is the smash option, which is strong against Brandish on the highway. So I'm gonna go for the highway. And equip something else. Let's have Blade smash. Yeah. Now we want the element to smash. We have about 200 left. Definitely enough to make the bullet size larger. Nope, can't do any of those. Piercing, maybe? No, not quite enough. Can I make this speed? No. Trajectory? I can make the trajectory bounce. That's interesting. But I think I would rather have it just be straight for now. Might change some other stuff up later. Let's go into the highway stage. Makes sense that a, Mega Man inspired game would have a highway level. One of the most iconic Mega Man levels is Central Highway from Mega Man X. Which, by the way, fun fact, the original name of that level was not Central Highway. If you actually look at the game, if you look at what the game tells you, the level is just called Highway. The name Central Highway came from the PSP remake Maverick Hunter X. Like in the original Mega Man X, it's just Highway. Let's say, I remember there being a secret area there. And of course, we have the disappearing, reappearing platforms with blocks. Nothing over there. Watch that. That was over this Gabio wall type enemy. Let's go to this platform. Oh jeez. Now we got these Brandish type enemies. I mean, it makes sense considering Brandish is the boss of this level. Quite reach high enough with that yet. Devil enemy. Oh no, I didn't realize. Okay. I didn't realize there was a secret area in there. Well, that sucks. Oh, I didn't expect those things to bounce back. Also, I like how those rolling enemies remind me of another Mega Man X type enemy. The road attackers from Mega Man X, they're in a lot of the levels. Ah, I was hoping I'd be low enough on the ground. Feels bad. missiles. Nice, managed to kill that guy before I... Oh, okay, well, I gotta go around. But I managed to kill that guy before he, was able to destroy me. Okay. Sticker. Ah, dang it. I think the boss room is right over here. So I think we're good. Yeah, there it is. Alright, well, obviously I'm not gonna win against Brandish like this, but, you know. We'll get it on the next time. Oh, wow, I got contact damage. Oh, that's a shockwave now? Uh-oh. That's gonna make this much harder. Brandish can be a bit of an annoying boss. And now he's gonna do this attack. Whoops. Okay, I didn't expect that to do shockwave damage. Oh, that was close. One more hit and that would have been death. Nice. And with that, we take our next elemental ability, which is Slicer. Make sure what that's weak against. That is weak. That is the weakness of Dynatron in the power plant. So, customize a little bit. Element. Full size, medium. Not quite enough CPU to do that. Damage reduction? Okay, I can do damage reduction. Slicer, my favorite element after fire and water. I know, right? Alright, Alright, I'm gonna actually add the damage reduction to all of my, what do I have on homing? Oh, I can change my homing range. Alright. What I want to do is I want to give myself some damage reduction. Alright, give me 1 second while I change around my weapons a little bit. I do want to add, the damage reduction now that I can do that. Oh, I didn't mean to, I meant to equip this one. So I want, let's see, what size? Oh, I can make it large even, interesting. Alright, well let me, can I make the elements large? Okay, not yet. Oops. And then finally I want to put damage reduction in this. And there we go. Power plant. Okay. That crystal kind of looks like, what's it, Meteor Rain from X5. Wouldn't at all be surprised if that's an intentional reference. Or, Meteor Rain is X5, I'm stupid. That's Metal, that's, Rainy Turtloid's weapon from X6, and Metal Shark Player's weakness. Yeah, Slicer, my favorite element after fire and water. To be fair, what other element would you give Brandish, though? Like, I don't really know how to answer that. So, I can't really complain. Anything over there? No. Oh, that's something. I love this, like, Donkey Kong Country-esque silhouette thing that the game has got going on. I love it. Careful. These guys start shooting electric balls. Alright, kill this guy before he burns me to death. The music is fun, especially. Kind of reminds me of something from Bloodstained or Castlevania. A little more, but the reason I thought Bloodstained first is because, remember, NT Creates did actually make Bloodstained Curse of the Moon. Like, that's one of their games. So, with obviously help from Lord Higa. This thing. Dark. Oh, whoops. Okay. I see. Lollipop. Oh, I was not expecting that enemy to be there. Oh, come on. That was a little bit harsh. But yes, welcome, Jacob. That's the thing. Hope you're doing okay. That is not what I wanted to do. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to enter the boss fight without those 2 health. I think I'll be okay. I don't remember Dynatron being that hard. That's a little bit hard to hit, I guess. Fly around. Oh, okay, now they go at different speeds. That's interesting. That's an interesting change for hard, though. Now they go at, like, different speeds. Okay, oh, that's definitely a lot faster. Alright, well, anyways, I probably won, because there's no, yeah. This is me losing this, that's pretty damn low. Bad attack. Come down, please. Can't really attack you up there. There we go. There you go. Dead. And 0 deaths. Awesome. I wasn't even paying attention to my death counter. 353 is definitely a pretty good time. Alright, stage clear. Alright, and from the power plant, we get our next special element, the shock option, which is strong against counter shade in the Capitol building. Alright. That. Go on to Capitol building. Okay, so I want shock. Or spark. Oh, right, okay, so spark, and then I want shock. Bullet size medium. I got a new upgrade for this method. Oh, I got the spread shot, okay. That would be interesting if I use the spread shot, but I do actually want to stick with this, just so I can have my, my damage reduction. I can still do a spread shot, that'd be pretty cool, though. Let's see. Oh, okay. Actually, I'll stick with single fire just because I remember the spread shot being a little annoying. Okay, that's fine. And begin stage. We go. As you can see, now we have an electric spark type weapon. These enemies are definitely a little bit faster now. Just like before, we have to get through 3 separate areas before moving on to the second part of the level. I have a feeling these guys will do a little more damage now. the level I got the 50 combo on for the with that one achievement we had to get 50 burst combos before finishing the level. Wasn't necessarily hard, but it did require a little bit of routing. Oh dang, okay. Here. Oh jeez. Oh, kinda got stuck there. Oh nice. CP. Ah dang, two brandish type enemies. Left. Oh, whoops. Didn't time that out very well. Gotta be careful here. Oh, give me that. Definitely want the heart. I'll take the CPU. You happy about the shock element since it's not, you know, slicer, I guess? I don't... To be fair, like, I know it's not an element, but, like, let's be real. Some of the weapons from the Mega Man series weren't always, like, weapons per se. Like, I don't know if I would call, what's it? I don't know if I would call spinning rapidly a weapon. In the case of top spin. They definitely stress the definition a little bit. Oh, whoops, I was hoping to kind of outsmart those enemies. Not quite. A little bit careful. Come on. Stupid moving platforms, just like in Super Mario World. What was that one level with, like, it was like a fortress level with, those types of moving platforms in Mario World? Always annoyed me, when I was younger, because it took so long for them to, like, cycle through their animation. There, and we're on to the second part of the level. Security level 0. Gotta be careful here because I don't want to fall off of a cliff, obviously. Gotta watch out for my health as well, jeez. Oh, ah! Dang it! That enemy knocked me right into the bottomless pit. Feels bad. Oh, by the way, I meant to mention this earlier, but I guess I'll mention it now. So, the day I'm recording this, yes, that is death. The day I'm recording this is December 8th. And, that means that the Game Awards are tomorrow. So, for those of you who really like my reaction streams, I will be streaming the Game Awards. And if we hit the, Volt mark for... If we hit the, stream challenge goal, I will have my dinner on stream during the Game Awards. Like I said, that is tomorrow. That will be the next stream chronologically after this. Although, obviously not the next stream is left. Gotta watch out for counter shade here. I'm gonna use these up. Oh, okay, that is a little bit stronger. Not that counter shade's a super difficult boss, but you know, I do want to be a little bit careful. I'm guessing all those are bad. Yeah. In normal mode, some of those would be in action mode. Okay, so no, he still has the mercy with the heart. We're 3,000 from our goal. All right, it's possible. It's possible. Oh, okay, that's interesting. In normal mode, there's only one gunshot to the screen. Now, granted, that doesn't actually do any damage, but it does make it harder to see, obviously. There we go. I knew one of them was real. Ah, dang. One left. Died. Nice. Alright, and with that, we get equipped with another special weapon. We get the Analyzer option. Alright, and Analyzer, or not weapon, I guess element. Yeah, and Analyzer is strong against Aviators on the radio tower. Let's go do that. Radio tower. This, I think this might be our last special weapon. So I want Analyzer. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we have one more fight number stage after this. Gotcha. Alright, so I want that. Sure. Trajectory. Oh, I can reflect it off of surfaces now. Okay. As you can, I love the customization of this game. And I want the bullets to be big. Speed, average, piercing, duration. Yeah, let's make these bullets huge. Why not? Right, and here we go. Sorry, under my nose. Right, radio tower. Okay, power up. Oh, dang. Definitely gotta be careful about that. That being said, I will grab that melon. I keep wanting to, like, hold up on ladders in order to, like, grab them, but I have to keep remembering this is not Blaster Master Zero, and I don't need to do that, because I automatically grab the legs. Because in Blaster Master Zero, you have to hold the direction when you're, grabbing the ladders, or else you won't grab them. Dang it, I should not have gotten hit by that Gabby Wall enemy. That was stupid. Man, I cannot believe I've never played hard mode in this game before this. This is awesome. Honestly, I might prefer playing the game this way. Like, it feels more like a Mega Man game, because I remember when I first played this game, and I beat it in like an hour, I was like, huh, this feels a little too easy for a Mega Man game. And then I saw that there was a hard mode, and I was like, oh, well, I'll check this out later. And I never did, because I spent most of my time learning to speedrun the game, because I did used to speedrun it back when it first came out. I never uploaded any times, because I always did it on my Switch, and I couldn't have the capture card, sadly. But I did, like, casually learn how to speedrun it, and I think my best time was in, like, the 40-minute range, or something crazy like that. I remember I got really damn good at the game. Yeah, it's really cool to be taking on the game on hard mode now. Even if it's not too much harder, to be honest. If you can beat the game on normal, unless the fortress levels are much harder, I really don't think this level of difficulty is that much more than the main game. Oh, whoops. Not to say that you won't die. I mean, if you're not paying attention, you'll still take some stupid deaths, but it's not like, there's no, like, Mega Man X6 difficulty. It's not, like, ball-bustingly annoying. And I wouldn't even say it's like Mega Man 9 difficulty, where it's tough but fair. I would say this is more like, probably closer to like Mega Man 5 or 6 difficulty. Pretty straightforward for the most part. Alright, well anyways, we have Aviator now. Aviator is probably the toughest mighty number in the game, just because he has a lot of attacks that can, like, block your shots, which makes it harder to attack. Okay, that attack is definitely faster. Although I think he has less HP. Yeah, I think for the most part, they just kind of made him attack faster. Which, I mean, sure, that makes the boss harder, but it's not like new attack. It's just everything he does is faster. Whatever. There we go, stage clear. I managed to defeat the 8 mighty numbers. I know it's just VR training, but doing battle against my brothers and sisters was complicated. I think I'll ask the professor to make a different version when I get home. While I was lost in thought, a bit of snow suddenly landed on my nose. I looked at it closer and realized that it wasn't snow at all, but rather a little paint chip that looked like it peeled off a wall. I looked up and saw that the piece came from a fissure in the virtual space around me. Maybe this is an entrance to the final stage that will lead me to the way out of here. I had to find out, so I jumped in. Alright, and we get our final element, which is the press option. That'll be strong against Pyrogen, as you can probably imagine. And we get our first fortress level, the gateway stage. So first off, I'm going to create the final weapon loadout. What have I not used? Yeah, Tracer. And I'm going to equip the final element, which is press. We turn the damage reduction on. And I definitely want to... Oh, there's a wave option now. That's cool. Alright, let me change my bullet size to medium. And that. Alright, and I'll probably make another shot type just for, just to, like, experiment with, like, the different types of shots. Yeah, normal. On-screen bullets. Let's try changing our thing to a spread shot. Trajectory, we can do wave now, which is very cool. Have it curve. Curve speed, normal. Piercing. I'll have it pierce the terrain, but not the enemies. Bullet dissipation. Explode. I can't do explosion. Elements done. Charge shot off. Damage reduction. Okay, that'll be interesting. Alright, I definitely need to, I want to, change the icon here. Go with bomb. Alright, let's begin the stage. Gateway stage. Love this kind of Mega Man X5 Zero Space-esque area. Oh, I love these bullets. Look at that, look at those streaks. Those look awesome. Alright, now we have the Gunvolt platforms that kind of phase in and out of existence. We gotta be a little bit careful with the platform types. Try our new shots as well. Look at that. Remember, they curve upwards too. Okay, wait for the correct platform loadout. Okay. I have a feeling the last level is probably going to be the hardest part. So it'll be a little easier to hit the enemies. Oh, you know what? I probably don't actually want to hit the enemies. Now that I think about it, that's probably a bad idea because they're gonna, like, explode into bullets. Oh, dang it. Alright, this part definitely got a little bit trickier. It's gonna be a lot more difficult to dodge those enemies. Dang it! Alright, that's gonna be a little bit tricky. Gonna need to experiment a little bit with that. But, oh, dang it. Definitely don't wanna... Like I said though, I'm not gunning for like a high like speed. So it's fine. Ooh, that was close. Good Good call, though, on my part. Ah! Dang it. Anything over here? Ooh, wasn't expecting that type of shot. Oh, yeah. Here. Watch that. Crap, okay. There's definitely, I remember there being something over there, so I'm gonna go check that out. Yeah, I was a little worried I was gonna miss that shit. Oh, dang. Ah! Close, close, close. Ooh, okay, I gotta play a little bit safer now. I definitely not gonna die. Not even gonna attack those guys. Not worth it. Okay. Ah! Ooh, that was close. Ah, dang it. Dang! Ah, I thought I could hide behind him. Nope. Alright, well anyways, the checkpoint's pretty close by, so that's fine. We have to repeat this part, but that's no big deal. I was kind of messing around a little bit, so I somewhat deserved that. Nice. That was a mistake! Dang it. That was a mistake. That's unfortunate. Was not paying attention to the background. Thankfully this is... Oh, come on. I'm not that bad at this game. Thankfully this is not like Metroid Dread, where in order to unlock everything, you need to beat the game in under a certain time frame on normal and hard. There's no time limit for beating the game on hard mode. As long as you beat it, you'll get the achievement. Which is pretty nice, actually. Now, can I beat it is the question. Probably yes, because like I said, up to this point, the game hasn't been that much more interesting compared to normal mode. All the deaths have mostly been my fault. Mostly just me being an idiot, for the most part. Sure, like a character that can fly can probably get over that. Alright. This part I definitely am going to need to be a little bit careful with. I might need to make a new custom shot, honestly, because I'm a little worried about the enemies. Because of that, I was worried about that. Alright. I might make a new custom shot that, like, hones in on enemies to make this... Yeah, I'm gonna do that. So, normal... Trajectory... Homing. Max angle change, 90, homing range, average, icon. Now the shots will home in. Now I won't have this problem. Well, I need to make sure I don't get hit by the enemies. That's pretty important. Ooh, then. So I gotta move my jacket. Oh, Okay, that didn't quite work. Noted. Okay. Oh, seriously? Oh, this is gonna be hard because the bullets are much harder to dodge now. Gonna get a pretty low ranking for this level, sadly. Ah, dang it! All right, yeah, this part is gonna be pretty difficult, like, because the enemies are just harder to deal with. Dang it! All right, so for that part, I should just go up. Honestly. Ignore those enemies entirely. Then for the next part, I'm gonna have to use my health. Are you serious? Ah, that's hard. That's really hard, actually. Okay. Now I gotta get... This part is gonna be even harder, unfortunately. Dang it! How the heck? Is there a way to, like, eliminate knockback? Because that would probably be the best way to go about this. I remember that being an upgrade, but, like, I don't know if that's available for Beck or not. Yikes, this is gonna be very tough. Because it's not the damage that's the problem, it's the fact that the bullets are so accurate. Okay, there we go. I don't know how I did that, but I did! I don't know how the heck I did that, but I totally did. Someone please clip that. That was crazy. I like jumped in between the pixel of the enemies. Gunvolt! Oh, Beck, long time no see. Finally, a chance to square off with the king himself. Huh? King? What are you talking about? Time is of the essence. Let the final battle begin. Looks like I'm not gonna be able to talk my way out of this. I gotta do something! Alright, so we got our next boss fight versus Gunvolt. And I actually forgot where his weakness was. Hold on. Oh, it's press. Okay. Press was... Crap. That's impact. Which elements did I give press that smash? Crap, which one is press? I wasn't really paying that much attention. Analyzer. Press? No, I need to attack the enemy with the right weapon. Okay, here we go. Okay, now we're good. Oh, gee, that's a tough thing to dodge. Got him. Oh, jeez. He was about to do a super move. Good thing I killed him quickly. Alright, hi, Tessio. Okay, boys. It's time to stop. Lol, thanks for roughing each other up, bro. I had a front row seat for the whole bout. Hashtag VIP section. Hahaha. Suddenly, a strange young man appeared before us. He was sneering and laughing at us, and using a bunch of slang that went right over my head. Oh, hi, nice to meet you, Beat Boot Boy. I'm Tessio, lead hacker extraordinaire, specialist in making you have a bad time. Wait, hold on, what? I don't remember that line of dialogue. Did he just make an Undertale reference? Oh my god. Just like that, Tessio appeared before me. Wait a sec, all this chaos and constant fighting, it was all part of his devious little scheme. So there's Dark Beck and Dark Gunvolt. Got tons of new vids to upload now. Ain't got no time for you jokers. These are gonna be epic. Since Gunvolt and I were both left behind, we started talking about everything that has happened so far. Seems like Gunvolt was sent from the real world to this VR world thanks to Tessio's power. Gunvolt's trying to find a way out of here too, just like I am. Sorry for pointing my gun at you. Would you be willing to stop? Would you be willing to help me put a stop to this menace? Held out my right hand and gave a firm nod. If we take down Tessio, this world should go back to normal. With that agreed on, we forged the partnership. I'm gonna have a bad time, yes. Especially with that penalty, yikes. Alright, item effectiveness increases the potency of the, health I've picked up, so we are absolutely equipping that. That leads us to our next area, which is the subspace. What weapon is strong against this? Okay, so it's heat and slicer. So I'm going to equip, this one, since I know it. Let's go. Alright, yeah, those enemies are gonna be a little bit faster. Oh, that's an invincibility power-up. Hold on, I wanna go over there. Give me that invincibility. Let's go. Nope, don't jump. Oh, dang, I was not expecting that. Okay. Yeah. I'm not even gonna go for that, it's not worth it. Okay, Yellow Devil enemy, although, to be fair, it's not gonna hit me. Oh crap. I'm gonna have a bad time, yes. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-da. I might play Undertale at some point on the stream. There's no achievements in the Steam version of Undertale, so it wouldn't be, like, my normal playthrough, but it would still be kind of nice, because I actually do really enjoy Undertale. It's a very fun game. Oh, I definitely want that. I'm not, like, the biggest Undertale fan ever, but I do enjoy those games. Deltarune is also pretty cool. Did my stream just cut out? Okay. What the heck? That enemy hit me from off screen. That's weird. You only play Deltarune? That's fair. I mean, to be fair, Deltarune is a free game, so I understand that. Watch it. Oh, jeez. I should have seen that coming. Yeah, I'm not even gonna try and kill those guys. Oh, I'm also not gonna try and rush my platforming though. Watch the Bit enemies. You guys kind of remind me of Bit from Mighty Number 9, Mega Man X3. Okay, Bit was invented way before Mighty Number 9. Tight jumps, although I don't think the actual levels are changed that much, if at all, to be fair. I think it's mostly the enemies that are like different in hard mode. I don't like know what with 100% certainty, because it definitely felt like those conveyors in Battalion's level definitely felt a little bit faster, but I could have just been imagining things. I'm fairly sure that the main difference are the stronger enemies and bosses. Got a little too close to them. Alright, well, we got to the boss fight, so. Yeah, but yeah, Wolf Ninja, if you ever get the chance, definitely check out Undertale. It's a pretty fun game. It's not perfect, but it's pretty decent. Or it's pretty fun. Okay. Definitely one of the most influential indie games. Just for how, how culturally, how much it culturally transcended gaming in a way. Okay, gotta watch out for these. Oh, okay, they shoot, electricity now. That's an interesting change. I mean, honestly, I like that change because this boss was, pitifully easy in normal mode. Like, it was kind of a joke to be like, you could just jump and spam and you'd win. I'm guessing this is gonna be faster now. Can I one-cycle it? Yes! All you know is funny Skeleton Man and really catchy song? Fair enough. Fair enough. Alright, I don't know what auto consumption does. I actually forgot, so I'm just gonna get some more CP. Alright, and now we have Dystopia, which is the second to last level. Weak to shock and analyzer, so let me equip this for shock. Actually, I also want to customize some of my loadouts a little bit more, specifically this one. Can I make it explode? Okay, I can definitely do that. Okay, now I can have knockback resistance. Item effectiveness. Can I? Okay, try that. That being said, I want, what was it? Shock and analyzer. So that and oh, thanks for the pixels. Oh, I didn't even remember that there was a bottom path to this. Interesting. Alright. I guess it makes it harder. Oh, because there's ice here. And I guess the enemies are a little bit stronger too. The slantedness was in normal mode, by the way. Stop biting me. I don't know how else to describe those rings. They remind me so much of Bit. Not that that's a bad thing. Like I said, I love Mega Man X3. So. I definitely need to be careful here. Dang it. Alright, I guess I'm not getting that banana. Banana. That's okay, though. Yeah, this... Oh, and by catchy song, Ninja, I presume you mean, Megalovania from Undertale. Oh, jeez. This I definitely need to be pretty careful about. Yeah, actually, that might happen. Yep, figured as much. That's a good song. I do feel that it is a little overplayed. You know how Dr. Wily Stage 1 from Mega Man 2 is, like, very overplayed? Same thing with Megalovania. I feel like that song gets a little, I guess, I don't want to say overhyped, because I hate that term, like, overrated, overhyped. That's a stupid idea, or a stupid concept. Like, there's a reason why something has the hype it has. But I do think it is, I guess, played a little too much, if that makes sense. Yes, Sans is very difficult. He is definitely the hardest boss in the game. He's not impossible. I do think his difficulty is also a little bit overstated, but it's definitely a challenging boss battle, and easily one of the harder bosses in, like, a, I don't want to say an RPG, because the combat is more like bullet hell, but it's definitely one of the harder bosses of that type. It's not impossible, though. It's mostly about practice. Since he has a lot of attacks and they do a lot of damage, but they don't actually, like, they don't do instantaneous damage. They kind of, like, poison you, if I recall correctly, which is an interesting idea for a boss battle. So it's mostly about, like, managing your health more than anything else. Which is, like I said, a very interesting... I'm dead. Very interesting concept for a boss battle. Make it. I want that. Okay, forget it. I'm taking damage. Oh, I have to kill that guy. Crap. Ooh, that was close. Ah, jeez. I was not expecting one of those bombs to explode on me. Well, anyway, here's the boss fight. Let me see if I can kill the boss. Plasma Legion with the weakness. Okay, this is definitely going to be a little bit harder because the missiles are much faster now. Yeah, okay, yeah, his attacks are much stronger. This battle just got a lot harder. Oh, come on, I totally jumped on that. Ah, for some reason it's really difficult to, like, get up there. Right, I might have to redo this boss battle. Oh, you know what it is? I think that missile explosion counts as a hit. That's why I was taking so much damage at the beginning of the fight. I see. Because I was waiting too long for the missile. That's fair. That's fair. Okay, now I'm doing a better. Oh, come on. Got my health. Alright, now he's gonna do this attack. These missiles are definitely faster. Alright, I like this. This is a great way of, like, making the boss harder without feeling super annoying. Oh crap, I messed up. Nice! That was excellent. And 0 deaths as well. I had to use all my items, frankly, but that's okay. Stage clear. Alright, well, obviously the next level that we get, oh, tough as nails, no thanks. The next level, the Cyberspace Coliseum, is the final level of the game, but before we do that, I actually want to go back to the city real quick, because, we actually have something to do here. So, the achievement, technically, for the bosses is we have to beat every boss with their weakness. Spoiler alert, the intro stage boss, which you can revisit, does actually have a weakness. Want to know the best part? It's weak to everything that is not your standard element. So, in order to get this achievement, you actually have to revisit the intro stage and beat the intro stage boss using literally anything except the element you start with. So, that's an interesting kind of gotcha moment. Not a huge fan of that, honestly. You shouldn't have to revisit the intro level, but... I mean, if you're playing a game like Mega Man X8, you'll revisit the intro level, but it's optional. You don't have to do that. What do you get? A couple items and an armor part, if I recall correctly. I mean, I guess you need that for the achievements next level collection too, but I don't know. It feels less annoying because you're exploring the level. You're not just like going through the whole level just to beat the boss again. I keep wanting to call it Dig Roller because that's the guy from Blaster Master 03, but that's not what that guy is called. Or Blaster Master 03. He was in other games, Blaster Master 02 as well, but that's not Dig Roller. That's Blaster Master 0, not Mighty Gunvolt. Aw, damn. No. Gotta watch out here. Alright, now it's good to go. real quickly, we will beat the intro stage boss, and then we're gonna head off to the final level. As you can see, that is counting as weakness damage, because everything is a weakness to this enemy. Dang. Dang it, I'm hoping to outrun that, or outgun that guy, but nope. Alright, last level. We're gonna have to repeat those 8 bosses again now, obviously, but... Cool. Alright. I will take the maximum CP upgrade. Absolutely destruction? I don't think you meant absolutely, you probably just meant absolute, but thanks. Alright, real quick, I want to adjust this a little bit so we have more CP. Adjust that to average. Yeah, I don't know why. Can I pierce? No. Nope. Oh, rapid fire limitation. That's interesting, alright. Definitely don't want to deal with that. I don't really need knockback resistance at this point. I do want item effectiveness. Oh, 2,500 is a lot. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this. And then I'm going to have another one specifically for item effectiveness up. It's like, well, I mean, item is I don't know if that's referring to the items you pick up, but I definitely want one that gives me item effectiveness. Oh, I can't even do that. Okay, never mind. Alright, so in that case, we'll stick with this. Okay, so anyways, we're good to go. We're gonna do the final level of the game, the Cyberspace Coliseum. This is gonna be pretty challenging for the most part. Remember, you can always break this left wall and grab a ton of healing items, which I will grab. Not for even the 8 bosses, but for the final boss. Because I can imagine he's gonna hit like a truck. Alright. Pyrogen first. I didn't actually attack Pyrogen with his weakness before. What's he weak against? Press, okay. Alright, which one was press? Was it this one? Oh no, I think it was this one. I should be able to kill him pretty quickly with press. Ah, dang it. Okay, well now I gotta deal with the, Giga Attack, Overdrive Attack, whatever you want to call it. Got him, nice. Alright, so now the only bosses we have left to kill with their weaknesses are the final bosses of the game, but I'll still use the weaknesses on these bosses just to wake those by quicker. Alright, who's next? Dynatron, I think? Oh, Seismic, okay. Or, that's not Seismic, that's Battalion. Which one is which? Battalion is weak to... freeze, okay. So, I think that's this one. Oh no, that's this one. Nope. Oh, that's doing a lot of damage. I'm not aiming for a 10-minute time, but that would be nice if I get it. Like I said, I do have plans to just try and go for it. Whoops, that was... Alright, now he's gonna do the cannon attack. Dang it. Uh-oh, I'm a little low on health. I'm gonna be close. Ah, dang. Alright, if I get hit once, I'm dead. Got him! Okay. Ooh, that was close. Alright. I'm okay with taking the death after this, that's fine. Like I said, I don't particularly care about my time yet. I'm gonna go do that in Gunvolt playthrough when it'll be easier. Alright, Cryosphere. Who's weak to... Cryosphere is weak to, heat. Okay. Customize this. I'll just take the death time. I don't want to waste too much time. Alright, Cryosphere, let's go. Like I said though, especially if you're playing on normal, the weaknesses really do not matter. Like, the bosses are easy enough that you can just kind of kill them without the weaknesses. Okay, I'm getting a little bit destroyed here. I'm not happy about that. Yeah, that was a good, kind of wailing. Oh great, this attack. This attack I remember being really annoying when going for my, like, really low time. Dang it. That attack just kind of wastes time. Doesn't really do anything. Usually I can get him to do it once, but if I got really unlucky, he would do it twice. Obviously that wastes time. Alright. Next up we got Aviator. Like I said, I have to look up the dang weaknesses because I don't use them. Analyzer. Analyzer, I want to say is this one? Yes, it is. Oh, dang it. Oh, okay, that's not good. Might be a little bit low on health here. Okay. Kill. Yes, got it. Down, 4 to go. Yeah, we're definitely not getting the sub 10 minute, but that's alright. We'll do that in some way. Alright, we got Dynatron, who is strong, or is weak to Slicer. I want to say that was this one. No, that's Smash. What is Slicer? That's Impact. Right, there we go. Okay, I somewhat deserved that. Fair enough. Right, here we go. Alright, let's go. Oh, I was not expecting it to move that slowly. Because usually that initial one is a little bit faster. Oh! Dang it. Oh, you delayed your dash attack. That's unfortunate. Doesn't matter though, because you're dead. Check that. Yeah. Who's next? Oh, what's it? Brandon. He's weak to, Smash. Smash. This one? Man, did I have small bullets on this? Because I feel like I did. I might want to... I'm definitely going to increase the bullet size, assuming I don't die there. Especially because I forgot about the shockwave. But there's no way I'm surviving. I'm a good Mega Man player, but I'm not that good. Ah, dang. What the hell was I supposed to do there? Oh, wait, I wanted to customize it a little bit. I want to change the... That's why I have to turn now. Great, I want the, fake Mega Man player? Yeah, fair enough. Oh, no, what I want to do is I want to make the bullet size larger. Yeah, that'll make this much easier. I don't know, now I can be a little bit less precise with aiming and still hit it. Whoops. Whoops. Look at this nonsense. Get out of here, Brandish. You are much less annoying than you were in Mighty Gunvolt. Thank God. Alright. 2 more. Now, this is Seismic. I was about to say this is Battalion. No, we already beat Battalion. Seismic. Seismic is... What's the weakness? Oh, Impact. Alright. Thank you, that Bart, I assume that's Bartolomeo, for contributing 2,220 volts to the Social Eating Stream Challenge. We are very close to hitting our goal of 20,000 volts, which is the channel currency, for me to eat on stream. If we do it by tomorrow, I will eat throughout the Game Awards, because I'll be streaming that tomorrow. Okay, so Seismic is the boss, we beat the Impact. I want to say that's this one. Yeah. Alright, goodbye, Seismic. Assuming I don't die, which I might, because I'm actually pretty low on health. It's gonna be close. Ah, dang it. Uh-oh. Come on, come on, come on. Uh-oh. Got him. Ooh, that was close. Alright, well, there's one more boss, but sadly, we're not gonna beat it. Not with this much health. You have 0 bolts now? Well, that's fair enough, I guess. Alright, one more. Definitely not gonna beat it on this life, but I'll at least know who it is. Oh, it's Counter Shade, alright. So that's gonna be, is it weak? Oh, shock, alright. Again, you really don't need the weaknesses. I'm only doing this because A, it's hard mode, and B, because it's an achievement for it. I should have seen that coming. Alright, I'm listening, Bart. What's up? add the What Eden emote to the Mega Man server? What's the What Eden emote? Oh, from the Fanworks server? The like, what is that? The Mario Maker Mega Man emote where like his eyes are crossed? I think, okay, that one. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to, consult the person who originally made that, because that's not, that's a custom emote. That's not like, I didn't pull that from anything. So, I will ask the person if I can do that, but the crossed eyes edit was not mine. But I will do what I can after the stream. Alright, well anyways, we're on to the last boss now. I'm very curious as to how this is gonna go, because I have a feeling it's gonna be quite difficult. Well, hi, Tessia. Oh, it's Beep Boop Boy. Welcome to Die, lols. You're on Mr. Tessia's wild ride now. Ha ha ha. This world was my professor's creation, and I'm gonna take it back once I'm through with you. Such threat, so scared. Wow. Oh, but this idea I have though. How about you doing battle against you? Okay, thanks. Bye. Alright, so now we have the Dark Beck boss battle. Is that a copy of me? No, not quite. After I'm done with you, I'm gonna be the true Beck. Alright, so, what is the Dark Beck weak against? Oh, the fake player is weak to everything. Fair enough. So, alright, this is gonna kill him really quickly. Not that the fake player was ever, like, super difficult anyway, but... Imagine not having Nitro. Well, don't make fun of people for not having Nitro. It is a little bit expensive. And by little, I mean, it can be very expensive. Alright. Oh, wow, you beat my copy-paste monster. You're a wizard, Beck. I love all the cultural references. That thing was total weak sauce, though. Ha 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 ha. Tessio, fight me for real this time. Livestream starts in 1 minute. The viewers are gonna come flooding in once we're live. I really don't like where this is going. There are the viewers. Yo, guys, it's a game about a live stream. We got live stream section here. Boom, here come the comments. Aw, yeah. Tessio presents the hottest new Let's Play on the internet. Beating you live is gonna be lit, fam. Ha ha ha. Alright, boss battle versus Tessio. The one and only. From Azure Striker Gunvolt 2. Alright. The robot is weak to impact and smash. So I'm gonna use impact first. Yeah, I have a feeling Tessio's just gonna do a oh, that's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. Yikes, okay. Yeah, as you can see, Gunvolt's gonna help us out, just like in the previous playthrough how Beck helped us out. Alright, so remember, all the comments don't do anything except for the red ones. So those ha 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 ha's will hurt you. Like that. I'm gonna use a food item. Dang it! Okay, I can't really get back up there. Now I gotta be careful. Okay, now for the exposed part, I need to switch to freeze. Yep, okay. This will kill him really quickly. I'm guessing 2 cycles. And then right after that, right back to impact. Is this impact? Nitro can be expensive, I understand that. and this should be death. Got him! Oh, whoa! 3 achievements. We are mighty, up the ante, and no time wasted. The world is breaking apart. That means it's free from Tessio. You celebrate too soon, and that's no good. You see, I didn't like how things were going here, so I fixed it. Basically, I just restored this world to its factory settings, lols. You did what? That means I'm gonna be lost forever in the VR world. A winner is Tessio. Smell you later, loser. Lol, ha ha ha. Alright, I'm just gonna skip this part because I already beat it. Beck was helped out of his predicament by Call, a support robot created by Dr. White's close friend, Professor Sanda. Her goal was to bring back her friend Beck safely, and with the assistance of White and Sanda, she was able to delve into the virtual hellspace where Beck was trapped. Thanks, Call. Eventually, Beck regained consciousness and opened his eyes. He was greeted with the smiles and joyful cheers of the professors and his siblings. Call awoke shortly thereafter. She looked over at Beck with a big smile on her face and said, I'm going to be there to support you, no matter what happens. This was a decision she made after witnessing Beck's determination, even in the face of a nationwide crisis. Make no mistake, Call is a robot of her word. Well, that's awesome. Alright, there we go. We completed some challenges. Alright, 3 of them, in fact. We cleared the game as Beck. We cleared the game in hard difficulty. Oh, wait, what? Did I not? I must have missed beating a boss with their weakness. That's interesting. Huh, I'm gonna have to look that up, because I'm pretty sure I used their weaknesses. Some of the bosses had 2 weaknesses, so that could also be it. I know this one is beating a level with 6,000 CP. And then we have to beat every level using certain conditions as well. We also beat the final level in under 10 minutes, which I legitimately was not even trying to do. I don't understand how we didn't beat every boss using their weakness. That's very strange. I swear we did that. The boss is weak too by checking the amount of damage each one does. I swear we used all the weaknesses. Huh, one of them must have been wrong. Alright. I'm gonna look at this. It didn't give me the achievement though. That's a little strange. Oh, you know what? I don't think I used the right weakness on the enemy Gunvolt, because I think I used shock instead of press. That could be it. I'm pretty sure that's it. I think I used the wrong weakness on the dark Gunvolt. Alright, well, if that's the case, I can just redo the, what was the first fortress level? Gateway. I can just redo Gateway, honestly, and try that again, because we have a little bit of time. We're about 2 hours in, and I normally stream for 3 hours. What other achievements do we have? Because we definitely don't have enough time to do all the, we don't have enough time to, do these things where we have to, like, beat all the levels under certain conditions. So we're not going to do that right now. We'll spend an entire stream doing that. Alright, well, let me try replaying Gateway using press and see if that works, because I think that's the weakness I missed. This one I think is press. Smash. Press. Analyzer. Oh, this one's press. Alright, well let's try this again. If this doesn't work, I'm gonna have to like do some research and figure out why I'm not getting that achievement, because I totally should be. They beat all the bosses using their weaknesses. I have to go up there. Thanks. Oh yeah, this game is fantastic. If you guys don't have this game, I highly recommend that you pick it up. It is incredible. Literally, This is my favorite Mega Man-alike game ever. Like, and by that I mean like game that plays like Mega Man. I'm stupid. I didn't quite get the Super Sprinter achievement, which is beating the game in under an hour, but I'm guessing I wasn't too far off. Like I said, I'm gonna make a separate file for that. I'll do that in a minute. Yeah, I'm guessing the enemy Gunvolt was the one we didn't beat with the right weakness. Unless we have to beat each of those, like, bosses with 2 weaknesses twice, could that be it? That would really suck if it was, but I'm not sure. Like I said, if this doesn't work, I'm gonna check next time, and we'll see what the correct weakness is. I was using a Steam guide, and that could be wrong. Time that jump better. Oh, right, this part's annoying. Dang it. Alright, well, this part's gonna take me a minute, because not like this second level. There we go. Wasn't really paying attention. Adding another game to my endless list? Yeah, I feel ya. Thankfully, though, this game is not super duper long. I mean, if you're just going for like any percent, just beating the game, each playthrough it usually takes like, if you're not speedrunning it, I would say the average playtime is like 2 hours. But once you like learn how to play the game pretty effectively, you can beat it within an hour without too much trouble. The only reason I didn't do this playthrough in under an hour is because I, watched the cutscenes. Like, if I remember correctly, time on the menu does count against me. Unlike in, say, Mega Man 9. Not. Anything over here? I don't know how to get over there. Oh, right, okay, this was the part I struggled the most with throughout the game. This might be a little bit tricky. Right, this is the hole. Dang it! Ah, so close. So close. Alright. That's not what I wanted to do. Dang it, dude! Ah, how do you dodge those guys? Jeez. After this level, if we don't get the weakness, I'm probably going to end the stream here, just because I do want to take care of some other stuff. Got some other work to do and whatnot. I know it'll be a shorter stream, but we also have the Game Awards tomorrow, so I do need to get some, like, regular work done. Well, that's not what I want to do. Yeah, that's better. I cannot believe I did that twice. What? Jitterbug and Mr. Perfect on the same playthrough? Good luck with that. Alright, so enemy Gunvolt, or regular Gunvolt. Is Gunvolt weak to press? Really? okay, I guess I missed that, because I don't think I used press last time. There we go. Yeah, I know, Tessio. Yeah, we get it, we get it. Alright, did that not count for the achievement? No. Alright, I'm definitely missing something here. Hold on. What's this called? In your element, I think? So I used all the weaknesses. Oh, do I have to go back and fight Pyrogen? That might be it. I might have to beat Pyrogen in his level. I wouldn't be surprised. Because technically I didn't beat Pyrogen in his own level, like the first level we did again. Let me look this up, because that might be the correct solution. Oh, but it says apparently the clone character is weak to Smash. It says the clone character is weak to Smash, not... Huh. Alright, well I might have to do the last level again. Yikes. Because I was not using Smash. Do you guys want me to like end this? Do you guys want me to end? Do you guys want me to end the stream here? Because I wouldn't be opposed to that. Because I'd have to play through almost the entirety of the last level again. Because I only meant because it looks like the last guy or the Dark Beck was weak to Smash, not any element as the original guide said. Alright, here's what I'll do. I'm gonna try that. Okay, fair enough. I'm gonna try beating this guy with Smash and see if that works. If it does not, we're gonna end this stream. And I'm gonna look up, like, what the solution is. That's very strange. We're not gonna do the whole last level again because I don't... Well, if it unlocks when we beat him, we'll stay there. If not... I already beat the other bosses with the correct weaknesses. A little bit annoyed that the guide I originally was looking at was wrong, but what do you do? I'll have to beat these guys even faster. Oh, dang it. Second boss. to dodge that attack. Dang it. Well, that's not good. This is going to be a little bit difficult. Dang it. I'm gonna die to this one, but whatever. Aviator. Whoops. I forgot Aviator's weakness. Like I said, I genuinely just do not use weaknesses. It's not required at all. Obviously, I know I'm making this a little bit harder on myself by doing this in hard mode, but, you know. I can't do it in Gunvolt's playthrough because I didn't use any of the weapons. Whoops, that's... Whoops. Ah, come on. Ah, dang, he does so much damage, and he's pretty dang... There we go. Whew. Like I said, Aviator is definitely the hardest of the fighting movements. He does quite a lot of damage pretty quickly. Fire, right? Oh god. Oh, I'm dead, yeah. I couldn't quite get out of the way there. Maybe I have to do it in normal mode? I hope not. That would really suck. That's for sure. Like, if this doesn't work, I'm not really sure what to do here. Four more. Well, it's not that the weapons are buster replacements. I set them up that way. You can have the weapons, like, do all sorts of crazy stuff. It's just that I set them up that way to keep it easy to keep track. I made them all stream tuners. One of the best parts about this game is you can actually... One of the best parts about this game is that you can change the way the your weapons behave, like, by customizing. It's practically unheard of in this kind of game. Danatron likes to kind of stay up there. Again, I really hope it's not like you have to do this on normal mode. That would really suck. But I could easily see that being the case. Oh, I already got the items. 3 more. Yeah, it's really cool. Alright, Brandish. I'm definitely dead, so... Battalion. Oh, so it's seismic, sorry. Guys, need 2 electric, I think. Crystal? I don't There we go, got it. Yeah, I'm dead. Brandish is a great boss fight in this game. He is annoying in the first fight he does. That's Brandish, though. He's kind of like a combination of Zero and... Well, actually, it's not really a combination. He's just straight up Zero. Except he's a boss. The robot master. Sorry. Eighth and final boss. Counter shades with 2 electric, if I recall. Or no, it's with 2 No. save, by the way. Come on, get closer to the ground, please. Nope. There we go, that's what we do. Might be in a little bit of trouble. Those foods are fake. That. Alright, get range attack. This part you just kind of have to wait. He'll shoot the screen. On normal, it's one time. On hard, it's 3 times. Alright, well now that I beat all 8 bosses, I should be able to beat this boss directly with Smash. According to this guide, at least. Oh, it says Round Digger is weak to shock. What? Okay, well apparently the intro boss is weak to shock, so I might have to replay the intro boss as well. I'll do that as well. Okay, well anyways, the clone character is weak to Smash. Which one's Smash? Is it this one? Impact. I think Smash is this one. Hi, Tessio, yada yada yada. I wish I could speed that up, but I cannot. Watch out. Definitely have to use some food items. Not that this guy's super hard, but I don't want to die. Especially with the weakness, yeah, he's pitifully weak. Tessio. Tessio is, what's Tessio's robot is doing? Oh, it says, hold on, I think I might have gotten the weaknesses and stuff. It says Tessio's mech head are weak to impact. So that might have been my problem. Gunvolt can help us out. Now remember, the red text will hurt you. So you see that ha 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 ha, that does hurt you, so you need to be careful. As you can see, the Tessio version 2.0. Tessio's head is weak to what? Freeze, I think? Yeah. Freeze. Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think it's possible to get that in less than 2 hits. I think you need at least 2 cycles. At least to my knowledge. I got him. Oh, come on! Alright, well, I'm gonna do items. That's unfortunate. I almost got him. Didn't quite mash fast enough. Oh, you're joking. You're joking. There we go. And now he's dead. Did that really not count as the boss weakness? Alright, it must have been the intro boss then, because I didn't use the right one. It must have been the intro boss. Alright. Either that or I have to do the whole thing on normal, which would suck. Alright, well, let me go back to the intro stage real quick. I'll try that, and if that doesn't work, I'm just gonna... What's the intro boss week 2? Week 2... We said... No. Round... Okay, shock. I have to use shock then. I think that's what it was, because I did not use shock on the boss last... on this boss last time. What's this? Yeah, yes. I saw that during the Tessio boss fight. It was very funny. Alright, see, I did not use shock last time on the intro boss, and that's what this guide is saying to use, so I'm gonna guess that's correct. If this isn't correct, then I'm gonna have to do some research, because otherwise I don't know what I'm doing. Unless I have to beat Pyrogen in a stage, which I doubt. Because I beat him, you know, in the boss rush. If I do have to be Pyrogen in this stage, I mean, I guess I could try that, but yes, this is a crossover game. It's a crossover between specifically Azure Striker, Gunvolt, Mighty No. 9, and Galgun. Ability. Almost at the boss fight. If this doesn't work, I'm gonna try one more thing, being Pyrogen's level, and if that doesn't work, then I'm gonna do and end this right there. But I'm guessing it's this, because I did not use shock on the boss last time. Yeah, that's definitely it. It's the fact that I didn't use shock last time. Yeah, there we go. Just look at how quickly that thing died. I'm guessing the achievement will pop up as soon as the level's over. No? Alright, last idea is Pyrogen's level. Because otherwise, I'm legitimately not sure why this achievement is not popping. Pyrogen is weak to press. Yeah. Press is this one, if I recall correctly. Alright, this is my last idea, because I beat all the bosses using their weaknesses except for this one, I guess. Because I beat all the bosses using their weaknesses in the fortress levels, but I'm guessing that wasn't enough. That's the last idea I had. I'm gonna try and speedrun this level as fast as I can so I can get to the boss. And then I'll just wail into using this weapon. Dang it, I'm dead. Ah, really wanted to get that lollipop, whatever. Checkpoint's right here, so. Yeah, false floor there. And the level should be right over here. So, yeah, if this does not work, I do not know what the problem is. I'm gonna have to look it up. Unless you have to do it on normal. That's the only thing I can think of. I'm not doing a whole other place now. There we go, in your element. Why did I have to replay Pyrogen's level? That was very stupid. Alright, well, now I know what the problem was. I had to replay the level because apparently the refights don't count towards the challenge. That's really weird. That's really, really weird. I did it, though. That's the important part. Alright, well, with that, we are going to end the stream off. We didn't get as many achievements as last time. I think we got like 4 or 5, but it was still very well worth it. Actually, I can look at what achievements we got, since the last time we played. We got We Are Mighty, which is clearing the game as Beck. Up the Ante, which is clearing the game on hard difficulty. No Time Wasted, which is beating the final level in under 10 minutes. And In Your Element, which is beating all the bosses using their respective weaknesses. So, with that, we are going to end off the stream. Thank you all so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. And we're going to find someone to raid real quick. But, yeah, I had a really good time with this. I hope you guys join me back tomorrow for the Game Awards. And I'm hoping for Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection. That's probably going to age really poorly, but we'll see. Besides that, let me see who else is streaming at the moment, and we will raid them. Anyone streaming? No more stream? Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I've been streaming for about 3 hours. This is usually when I duck out. I don't like streaming more than 3 hours because I do feel pretty burnt out after that. So I usually like to keep it. Also, I have to do work tonight, so like regular work and whatnot. Yeah. Alright. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Oh no, I did it. Never mind. I was gonna say I forgot to change my achievement quest tracker thing, but I did not. So thank God. Alright. It'll happen. I work at Capcom. Okay, sure. So who is playing? We got some people playing Mario Odyssey, Spyro, Castlevania. Ooh, we got someone playing Mega Man X. Alright, we're raiding this guy. We're going to raid Neptune 24. Oh, he's doing the randomizer. Alright, this is great. Alright, so we're gonna raid Neptune 24. Oh, let me close out of the game as well. Okay. Title screen. Game. And let's see.
Let's say this to change.
Alright, so yeah, we're gonna raid this guy named Neptune 24. Again, thank you all so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Next time on Let's Play Mighty Gunvolt Burst, we will be playing the game once more, but this time we will be taking on the game as the Angel Ekiro from Galagun. Hope you're all looking forward to that, and tune in tomorrow for my stream of the Game Awards. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm 112, signing out for now. See you all later. Have a good night, everyone.